There's a man they send when they want you gone for good. They don't put him on posters. They don't say his name. By the time you understand what he is, you're already on the floor. His name is Kane Boone. They call him the Gravedigger. I'd boxed punchers before, the kind you can rattle or rush or wait out. Boone wasn't a puncher. He was a verdict. 20 years of them, and not one man he was sent for ever climbed through the ropes again. After I beat Rico Vance, I thought I'd won something. Instead, the machine just stopped letting me work, pulled from every card, license flagged, every door in the city quietly shut. You can't ban a man for winning, so they made me disappear. For weeks, there were no fights, no paydays, just a phone that stopped ringing and a name nobody in this city would say out loud anymore. They didn't beat me. They erased me. Then Mr. Vint came smiling, like he always does.
One fight, kid. Off the books. No commission, no cameras. Generous money. Just you. And a Mr. Boone.
It was the only door left open, which is how I knew it was a trap. A locked door you can walk away from. They left this one wide open. That's how I knew it was a grave. Ozzy pulled the old tape to see what I was walking into. And there he was, 8 years younger, the same dead eyes. Kane Boone was the man who put my brother Danny in the ground. They didn't just want me gone. They wanted Danny's killer to do it again. The man who buried my brother was breathing again, 8 years later, waiting for me. They thought that would scare me off. It did the opposite.
I've seen what that man does to people. I pulled Danny once. The second time, I didn't. Don't take this fight, Mickey, please.
He wasn't scared for himself. He was scared he'd have to watch it twice. Everyone in Ironpoint had a Boone story. Not one of them ended with the other man walking out on his own. 20 years, a row of bodies. No belt, no glory, just the job. He never gloated, never smiled. He buried whoever they pointed him at. And somewhere under all that stone, he carried Danny too. He just didn't know it yet. There was no angle this time, no trick, no read. Just the wall of a man who had done this 100 times before. My tricks would get me killed against a man like that. The glass jaw, the baiting, none of it works on a real puncher. But I wasn't taking it to win. I was taking it to look him in the eye. There were no sparring partners brave enough to play Boone, so it was me, the heavy bag, and Ozzy's open hands. 14 hours a day. So Aussie taught me the only thing that could keep me alive. Not how to win, how to survive. Distance, defense, brain over chin. 3 weeks to learn what should take years.
You don't trade with him. You don't get clever. You just don't go down.
3 weeks. That was all the time the world gave me to learn how to survive him. No commission, no safety. A room built for one thing. Marlowe watched from the dark, the way he always does. And for the first time in 8 years, Aussie stayed in the corner. Then the bell rang. The bell rang, and the room got small. He didn't rush. He didn't
Eyes
aim.
on the prize.
He just put his fist where I was going to be. And the floor came up to say hello. I'd trained for power. Nobody warns you about patience. Every angle I found, he'd already closed. 3 rounds in, I wasn't boxing him. I was outliving him. Then he caught me clean, and the lights went sideways. Down on the canvas, his deal was simple. Stay there, and the pain stops. Get up. For Danny, get up. Up at 9, he put me down again. Up at 9, and something crossed his face that hadn't been there in 20 years. A question. I stopped trying to hurt him. I couldn't, and we both knew it. So I made him work instead, made him chase, made him spend on a kid who would not stay down. Somewhere past the 8th, the stone started to crack. For the first time in his life, Kane Boone was in a fight, not an execution. I ate everything he had, and I kept standing. Not to win. I was never going to win. Just to make him look at me. Really look. Round after round, the same kid getting up off his floor. And the thing he'd buried 8 years ago started clawing its way back up with me. He'd seen this before, a veil who wouldn't fold. He'd ended it once. Now it was standing in front of him again, refusing to die. I was past hurting now, past thinking. There was only forward, the man in front of me, and 8 years of getting back up. Somewhere in there, he saw it. The same stance, the same chin. My brother, looking back at him. And the Gravedigger stopped digging. He looked up at the man who made him a weapon, and he was done. He lowered his hands. 20 years of doing what he was told, and he was done. No referee had to stop it. The Gravedigger just walked away. Marlowe King spent 20 years in the dark. That night, his own hammer turned in his hand, and for the first time, the shadow had a face. I didn't win a belt. I didn't get Danny back, but the man who buried him walked out free. And so did I. For Danny.